How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another pop-off with Maddison. For today's pop-off, I'm obviously going to be discussing Kanye West because I'm not going to lie to you guys, there's just a lot of things that we need to talk about. So essentially, ever since the last time that we talked about Kanye West over here on this channel, he has just been doing the absolute most, you guys. Aside from tons of companies and people cutting ties with Kanye West, he also made his return to Instagram recently and revealed that he lost $2 billion in one day. Kanye West's school that he founded, the Donda Academy, closed its doors and then reopened its doors in less than 24 hours. He also just reportedly showed up out of the blue at the headquarters for Skechers here in Manhattan Beach after Adidas ended their partnership with him because obviously he has to find a new home for Yeezy shoes. He was reportedly escorted out of the building. It was a whole freaking thing. On top of all of that, you guys, keep in mind that Kim and Kanye's divorce is still not finalized, and in fact, we have a new report from TMZ that's giving us a little update on where Kim and Kanye's divorce currently stands. Essentially, if they cannot get some things negotiated, this divorce is going to go to trial in December, which is absolutely wild. There's just so much that we have to get into here, you guys, when it comes to Kanye. But first, because this is the first pop-up of the week, yes, I know we discussed Kylie and Travis on Sunday, but I feel like this is really the first pop-up of this week. I want to check in and see how the House of Hill is doing, so let me know how you are, what you've been up to, all of that good stuff down below. Me personally, I took a little day on Tuesday to go to Disneyland and California Adventure, and it was so much fun, you guys. I love fall and Halloween at Disneyland, which is funny because I'm just not a really big Halloween person, but for some reason at Disney, it just feels like Halloween town. It feels like fall. I really love it. So I really just wanted to take a day to soak up the last of the Halloween decorations and the food, and I actually ran into a member of the House of Hill while I was there. I got to chat with her and her family, and it was so fun. I always love when I get to run into you guys in real life. It just really makes my day. You have no idea. I can't express it enough. In addition to that, you guys, I also am struggling. I cannot believe that it is almost November, which Christmas time is my favorite time of year. I am such a Christmas girly. I saw the trailer for the new Santa Claus series that's gonna come out on Disney Plus, and it got me so excited for the holidays. But I also cannot lie to you. I am just a little bit stressed, actually a lot of bit stressed, because I still have things that I need to check off my goal list this year, and I cannot believe that we're almost down to only 2 months to do so. The anxiety has kicked in, which you guys know I'm like an anxiety and stress queen always, but I don't know. Just the fact realizing that we're almost to November, it's really stressing me out. I cannot believe it, but enough about that because I don't want to spiral. And also I know you straight to the tea people are like, Maddison, we got to get to this Kanye tea, and I don't blame you. So go ahead and drop this time code down there in the comments to help out your fellow straight to the tea people. And now let's get to unwrapping these Kanye West facts. All right, so as you all know, Kanye West has been in the midst of a major downfall ever since he made and then continued to double down on his anti-Semitic comments. Tons of people and companies have been cutting ties with Kanye West. We have agencies cutting ties with Kanye West. Apple Music is cutting ties. We have Peloton saying we're no longer going to play his music. We have Madame Tussauds Wax Museum saying Kanye West is no longer going to appear in their museum. There are just tons of people getting as far away from Kanye West as possible. And among those companies, you guys, obviously Adidas is included in that list. Now, I feel like Adidas was really the most notable company that cut ties with Kanye West this week because the public was really putting a lot of pressure on Adidas to hold Kanye West accountable for all of the absolutely inappropriate things that he's been saying lately, including the comment he made on the Drink Champs podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip for you so that way you guys can take a look.
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me.
So yeah, after that, people were really leaning on Adidas to make some moves, and they finally did end their partnership with Kanye West and the Yeezy shoe brand this week. And the ending of that partnership, you guys, caused Kanye West's net worth to go from $1.5 billion to $400 million, which obviously that's still a very large net worth, but that's also a very large loss. And since then, Kanye West has made his return to Instagram, and he's trying to make it clear that he doesn't really care that he's lost out on billions of dollars. So when he made his return to Instagram, he first started off with this post, and it's a meme that says, "Ye reportedly cut ties with Kanye West." He captioned this photo saying, "Had to cut ties, bro." And then he followed it up with this message where he says he lost $2 billion in one day and he's still alive. He then went on to say, "This is love speech. I still love you. God still loves you. The money is not who I am. The people is who I am." And then he captioned this saying, "Love speech." Now I'm gonna go ahead and pause pause here real quick talking about Kanye's Instagram because I want to fill you guys in on what happened with Kanye West and Skechers, because this has been a story that's been going wild in the headlines and I feel like people are really talking about it. So obviously, since Kanye West can no longer make and distribute his Yeezy shoes through Adidas, he has to find a new home for Yeezy, and I guess Kanye West thought that Skechers would be the place to do that, so he decided to show up at the headquarters for Skechers in Manhattan Beach uninvited and just show up and see if he could have a meeting with the heads of Skechers. Well, obviously Kanye West didn't do his research on Skechers before showing up because the people who founded Skechers are Jewish, so obviously they're not going to do business with someone who is out here making anti-Semitic comments. So Kanye West was reportedly obviously denied the meeting, and he was reportedly escorted off the premises and out of the building, and Skechers went ahead and did release a statement kind of clarifying everything that happened. And in this statement, Skechers said, quote, "Skechers is not considering and has no intention of working with West. We condemn his recent divisive remarks and do not tolerate anti-Semitism or any other form of hate speech. The company would like to again stress that West showed up unannounced and uninvited to Skechers corporate offices." Okay, so back to his Instagram, you guys. In addition to those posts, he also reposted an Instagram post from 50 Cent. As you can see, 50 Cent also posted one of those memes that says Curtis Jackson, which is 50 Cent's real name, has cut ties with 50 Cent. Now 50 Cent captioned this photo saying, "I'm getting rid of anybody who can get me effed up like Kanye now, LOL." And Kanye reposted this with his own caption saying, "We got Donda School designs. We need to build with 50 in Houston." Now speaking of Donda School, aka the Donda Academy, which is the school that Kanye West founded, you guys, that has had its own controversy of its own today. So early this morning, TMZ reported that the Donda Academy was closing effective immediately for the rest of the school year. So here's a copy of the email that parents reportedly received. It says, "At the discretion of our founder, Donda Academy will close for the remainder of the 2022-2023 school year, effective immediately, Thursday, October 27th, which is obviously today." The email goes on to say that the school plans on reopening next year in September of 2023, and they are confident that their students will continue to advance as the creative innovators, courageous influencers, and academic leaders of our next generation. Okay, so we had that email and we were like, wow, Donda Academy's closing. This is wild. Then hours later, you guys, TMZ updated their report and said, oh, nope, JK. The Donda Academy sent out another email late last night, like 12:30 in the morning, I believe is what the report said, saying, JK, we're actually keeping the school open. So this is the other email that parents reportedly, allegedly received, and it says, "With the help of our parents and community, we are back and returning with a vengeance." This email goes on to say, "The children of Donda are going to change the world. Apologies for the late email. See you bright and early," and it's signed "The Parents of Donda," which I think is interesting. The first email was signed "The Principal." This email was signed "The Parents." Now, one person who we know is definitely not a parent of Donda is Miss Kim Kardashian. She also is making headlines today because people are realizing that her and Kanye West's divorce is still not finalized, and because of that, it means there's a possibility that their divorce could go to trial in December. Kanye West still does have one attorney representing him, according to TMZ. This guy's name is Nick Salick, if I'm saying that correctly. He's an attorney in Beverly Hills. Now, TMZ reports that Kanye West's attorney is working very hard to try to work on a custody and property agreement with Kim's lawyer. Apparently, Kanye's lawyer does not want this to go to trial in December, which I think is very smart. Now, keep in mind, you guys, there are two major fights that are reportedly happening when it comes to Kim and Kanye's custody agreement. Number one, Kanye West wants his kids to go to Donda Academy. Again, Kim Kardashian does not want this to happen because Donda Academy is not an accredited school, and she feels like the kids should stay in the accredited school where they've already been going. In addition to that, Kanye West is also fighting custodial custody, you know, how much time these kids are going to spend with him. Kanye has openly said that Kim currently has custody 80% of the time, and he has mentioned that he is okay with that. But again, because this hasn't been done in writing and this hasn't been finalized, it sounds like the lawyers are still going at it. And it's interesting because sources told TMZ that while Kanye West has been showing up to the kids' sporting events and he's been supporting them, apparently he has, quote, not exercised custodial rights in months, which is very interesting to me. Obviously, I have a lot of thoughts on all of this, you guys, and I just don't feel appropriate shambonging because I just don't feel like this is a very, you know, pop bottle celeb tea story. So instead, we are going to go ahead and hydrate and send positive vibes to everyone here in the House of Hill because, hello, we could always use them. So, cheers. Okay, so here's the thing about Kanye, you guys, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I did not want to talk about Kanye today. I did not want to discuss Kanye because I am just, to be frank, absolutely over the guy. But at the same time, it's my duty to fill you in on what's going on, especially because we've talked about Kanye West so much previously on this channel, especially in regards to him and Kim. So I felt like obviously I had to sit down and talk about what's been going on. I just feel like it is so tough because you guys know in the past, like especially when Kim first filed for divorce from Kanye, I did openly say on here, I was like, you know what, I feel for Kanye. I do think he wants his family back. I think he loves his kids. Like I have definitely expressed those things, and I've also had empathy for him because of his mental illness. However, the person who Kanye West has been this past month is not at all that same person who I was expressing empathy for. I mean, I'm telling you, as of late, it does not even feel like we are dealing with the same Kanye West. It is kind of scary. I mean, personally, guys, I just feel like Kanye West has completely gone off the rails. And at this point, mental illness or not, everything that he's saying and everything that he's doing is just absolutely not okay. I mean, aside from just the things we discussed in this video, there's just been so many other things. We also heard that somebody who used to work with Kanye West spoke to CNN today and said, oh, you know, the album that Kanye West released back in 2018, he wanted to actually name that album Hitler, but he ended up just naming it Ye. Like, that is absolutely bonkers and disgusting and not okay. We also have heard that Kanye West's team has been filing all of these trademarks because he wants to start his own cities called Yeekosystems, where everything is a Yeezy product. Like, it is just absolute insanity. I really feel like he is just constantly trying to outdo himself, and he's outdoing himself in the worst way possible. I mean, when I saw the Skechers thing, I was like, sir, what makes you think that you can just walk into the headquarters of Skechers uninvited, unannounced, and demand that you're going to have a meeting with the people in charge? Like, in what world do you think these people are going to want to meet with you? Do you think they're going to want to meet with you just because you're simply Kanye West? Newsflash, the name Kanye West does not mean what it used to anymore. I mean, that tells me that he really is out here feeling like he's not doing anything wrong, which is just, I cannot understand it. I can't wrap my mind around it. It's just really difficult for me. I don't get it at all. And it's also wild to me that there are people who are on the internet who are still defending Kanye West, who think what he's saying is okay. They're still in his corner. Like, all of it is just so confusing to me. I cannot wrap my mind around it. I can't say that enough. I really can't. And as far as him returning to Instagram with those Instagram posts, you guys, I feel like his posts are just erratic at this point. And then when it comes to his school, the Donda Academy, closing it, then opening it, that feels like there's some fishy things happening in and of itself. I don't know if it's with the parents. I don't know if it's with Kanye. I don't know if it's with the people who are funding the school. I mean, I know the parents pay tuition, but obviously there has to be other people funding the school. Like, that in and of itself feels like there's something weird going on. I don't know. I don't like it. And I feel very sad for the kids who are having to go to school there and have all of this uncertainty, because again, it's not their fault. Their parents are putting them in this position. And I just feel like they're being used for pawns or for PR. And that feels really ick to me. I do not like that. And as far as Kim and Kanye's divorce and the fact that it's not finalized, you guys, yet, I personally think that Kanye West wants their divorce to go to trial. And I believe that because I think on some twisted level, Kanye thinks that the courtroom would be the perfect place to expose Kim Kardashian and her family. And I think that a trial would be so hard on his kids, which normally 6 months ago, the thought of putting his kids through pain would have definitely stopped Kanye West in his footsteps. However, this current Kanye, I honestly think he only cares about himself and whatever message he's trying to get out there, which is not a message that anybody wants to be a part of. But I think he is truly just so focused on himself that if he wants to go to trial and that's what he thinks is best for him, he doesn't care about how it affects anybody else. I don't know, you guys. It's just freaking wild to me that we've ended up at this point. It's also wild to me that there are people who are just still continuing to stand by Kanye West blindly no matter what. The whole thing is absolutely absurd, and I think Kanye West is 1000% torpedoing everything and anything that he's ever worked for and built. He might not realize it yet, and he might not see it that way, but I personally think that's really what's going on. I mean, he is truly tarnishing everything that he's worked for. And unfortunately, guys, even though things have gotten so bad with Kanye, I think that they can still get worse, because I think even when we think they can't get worse, again, he's always looking to up the ante. He's always looking to do something more shocking, more horrific, more bizarre. So I unfortunately do think that things are going to get even worse with Kanye. I mean, I never in a million years thought we'd get to here, but we did. So I do think it's possible possible that things are going to get worse. So buckle up and prepare yourselves for that. All right, you guys, that's the latest I have with Kanye. I want to hear all of your thoughts and feels down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you guys follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep coming back to my channel to check out my YouTube shorts. If you guys want to show me a little extra love or you just want to make sure I see your comment, don't forget you can hit that super thanks button down below. Also, you guys know you can check out all of my merch over at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.